Hey, it's us, the investors from CollegeInvestr. Welcome to the sixth part in our 7-part financial success series.
Today we're going to be talking about everyday wealth building tips. Let's get to it.
Let's roll.
All right, so we're talking about wealth building tips today. Aaron, why don't you give us our first tip?
Sure. So I personally believe in using credit cards for maybe not all of your purchases, but some of them. Especially if you can get cards with high cashback rewards percentages in specific categories like gas or groceries. It's what I do, and so long as you don't spend more than you have in your bank account that you can pay off the cards every month, then you won't be paying any interest, which would just be throwing money away. And you'll be building your credit score, which is paramount for young people like us.
Right.
Also, you get free money from the cash back. That's the biggest thing.
But you make sure you have enough cash in your bank account in order to pay off those cards. That's the most important part.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the biggest thing we need to worry about now is people misusing their credit cards.
Right, so if you're an impulse buyer, just leave your card at home, leave all of them at home, or the ones that you would at least be more apt to abuse.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you're an impulse buyer, try to regulate yourself.
Just know yourself, know your habits, know how responsible you may or may not be.
Yeah. So tip 2, live within your means. What we're saying there is we live in a material world, is what we're trying to say, and the name brand of some products maybe makes the product more expensive than it really should be.
Yeah.
So if that $150 North Face jacket, while they are nice jackets, I will admit that, it may not be worth that much. What we're trying to ask you guys to do is to think about every single purchase as an investment.
Ask yourself if the cheaper option will pay for itself in the long run the same way the more expensive one.
Exactly. So if you didn't have that name brand on that item, whatever, would you still buy that item?
Right.
Would it still be worth that much?
And if you're able to save some money here, hopefully your friends won't judge you for that.
Exactly. So I mean, like name brand stuff is great, obviously, but sometimes
it's not always necessary.
Exactly. Sometimes cheaper options are better.
Yep.
Next, car tips.
Okay. So I personally believe in staying away from dealerships when it comes to buying cars.
Right.
With that said, you can get good pre-owned cars from there, but new cars you should almost always stay away from, just in my opinion. I mean, absolutely, sometimes it is justified, but we've all heard in one form or another that when you drive a new car off the lot, it's immediately depreciating $10,000.
Yeah.
And whether or not that's entirely true, the concept is absolutely real. Cars depreciate very fast.
Extremely from the first year, yeah.
Right, from the first year, second year onwards up until
yeah.
a couple years after. It's different for every car, but all I'm saying is
look at used cars.
Look at used cars and look at cars the same way you would with jackets. Do you need the most expensive one, or can you be happy with the one that costs a little bit less? Because with cars, those are usually such large amounts of money that if you can get away with spending less, you're absolutely setting yourself up for success.
People waste so much money on cars and stuff like that. It's look at used cars. A good used car, really good investment.
Right, and don't be afraid. Absolutely ask somebody who does know about cars, maybe a family member or something, if they can help you make sure you're getting a good deal on a car.
Exactly. Tip number 4, eat on a budget. So when I say eat on a budget, I'm talking about, and this is a big problem with college students. Everyone wants to go out with their friends and eat at Taco Bell or Qdoba or Chipotle or whatever. But those meals are so expensive. You know what I mean? Like once you get through even McDonald's or anything like that, your meal can be $10. What we're saying is, definitely go to the grocery store. Make it a habit.
Right. Get into a routine of going to the grocery store and keeping your pantry and fridge stocked, so that you can't kind of fall back on the excuse, well, there's nothing to eat here, I guess I'll just go out.
Exactly. But just think about how much money you could be saving if you cook your own food. And cooking, I love cooking. I really do. It's easy. It's fun, and you get to prepare your food the way that you like it.
Right. It doesn't have to be difficult either.
Right.
Ask yourself. I mean, take for example a Subway sandwich. Maybe that costs like $8 for a foot long. Go to the grocery store for that same amount of money, you could probably get the ingredients to make that same sandwich 3 or 4 times.
Exactly. So you're saving money, you're cooking it the way you want it, and it's fun. So definitely, if you don't know how to cook or anything like that, go onto YouTube and go just look up some basic cooking skills and stuff like that. That'll definitely help you.
Right.
But remember, just make sure you have enough food at home and try to cook for yourself. We're not saying don't go out with your friends when they go out to eat or stuff like that. We're just saying you can save a ton of money by staying at home, cooking for yourself. Learning to cook is also a great skill. So yeah.
Next wealth building tip: sell your junk. If you can take a look around the room and find some stuff just sitting around that maybe it's collecting dust, or maybe you don't use it anymore, maybe you even forgot that you had it. Absolutely throw it on Craigslist or take it to a store like where you can trade things in and
Get rid of it.
Get rid of it. Get some money for it. Take that money if you really want to set yourself up for success. Put it in either a savings account or investment, and really turn something useless into something useful.
Exactly. So instead of having something just laying around or whatever, you turn it into an actual investment that'll make you money in the end.
Right.
Yep. Last tip, sixth one: utilize your time efficiently. And when we say that, we're talking about, I guess the way I look at it is, I have a lot of friends who are poor and bored.
I just don't understand. It's 2017. How can you be bored with all of the resources and opportunities that we have available to us?
There's so much to do.
Yeah.
And so what we're saying, the things that we suggest you do if you have extra time on your hands, is to if you don't have a job, get one. And if you have a job already, you still have extra time sitting around. Get a second job.
Right. But by no means are we saying drive yourself like a workhorse.
Exactly.
We're just saying, if you're sitting around bored, ask yourself if you could be doing more productive things with your time.
Right. The second thing you could be doing with your time is to go volunteer. Volunteering, it makes you feel good. Obviously, volunteering is very philanthropic, but it also helps someone who's less fortunate than you. And you can also meet a lot of people that you didn't know before and make some connections there.
Right, and that's joining a club can also be a similar way to go out and meet people. There's tons of them on every campus, and socializing and networking don't have to be different things.
Exactly, they can be the same thing.
One of the greatest things you can do is get out, make friends, and try and develop some new, maybe professional relationships.
Exactly. They say that it's not the grades you make, it's the hands you shake. Well, that's kind of true. Grades are also important. But meeting those people, getting those connections, finding those people in your professional life that will help you get through your career is extremely important. So when we say utilize your time efficiently, remember, just think about getting a job or a second job. Don't work yourself to death. Try to volunteer if you can. It looks great on a resume, and it also help you out, help other people out. And look at clubs. Go get involved in something. Meet some people. Go network. And that's basically our 6 wealth building tips.
Yeah. So hopefully you've learned something from this video and the rest of the series. If you haven't seen the other videos, please go check them out.
Yeah. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe below.
And be sure to check us out on social media. We're CollegeInvestr on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, and Twitter.
Also, check out our website, CollegeInvestr.com. ColleGinvestr.com. There's no O in investor. We appreciate you, and links will be below. Thanks.
Thanks.